Well, good evening, everyone. It's the 20th of November, and Elliot's about to arrive. So we're just going to give you a quick tracker update. It's Sunday, and we're in Malta now. And Elliot's looking forward to getting there because he's really flying at the moment. So before we get into the rest of the fleet, we'll just talk about what's going on. This was half an hour ago, and he was doing 6.8 knots, which makes me believe he may well be motoring, which is kind of interesting in itself. He's obviously trying to get there before dark. Now in Cape Town local time now, it's just coming up to 6:30. He's got about 12 and a half miles to go, half an hour ago. So that would have been 6. So he's probably still a couple of hours, 6, 7, 8. So probably 8 o'clock local time, somewhere around there. We're going to see Elliot come in. So it'll just be getting dark, and that's bad luck. It's always good to see him come in daylight. But the big question is, will he continue? And honestly, I really don't know. I hope he does. He hasn't mentioned anything yet that I've seen that he's going to stop off there. So we've got fingers crossed and bated breath to see what's going on. Rian and the team are going to go out and meet him, and let's see what happens. And we'll look forward to that. So I wish I was there, but anyway, we're sort of split all over the place right now with a lot of different things going on. Certainly fascinating. So that's probably about as much as I can tell you. So stand by. Just remember that the footage that Rian will be shooting and the team there, we've got Pete and Eve and all the rest of them. That's actually going to be recording now, and as soon as he gets back from that session, he will transfer that recording to Jane in Les Sables d'Olonne, and then Jane will actually put it up as a delayed live here on Facebook. So it's going to take another hour or so after he gets back before it's going to go to air, and we wish we could get it up live, but it's a bit too complicated with some of the systems that we use. Anyway, that's it for Elliot. I think everyone would have been interested at the post that Tapio, the information we got out of Tapio about some of the things that happened to him and how he coped with the various bits. That's not a definitive report. That's just an update that he gave to a journalist there. It's a close contact that they've got. It saved us from writing it up as well, and it's a good indication of what happened. But certainly when Tapio gets off the ship and we get to meet up with him and hear the whole story, we'll look at it closely, because there's still a lot of question marks there, just on technically what did happen and so on, but there's good indications, and certainly it was pretty scary, but the systems worked well. And the one thing I would say, I've noticed a few comments saying, GGR's got old boats, got to be expected, things like that. Asteria was an absolutely special boat. It was virtually a brand new boat, extremely well prepared by some of the best in the business. Huge amount of money spent on the refit. It was better than new. So it's got nothing to do with being an older boat. And in fact, all of the GGR boats have been refitted. They have to have independent surveys to confirm all the structural components and so on. So we're quite confident that every one of the GGR boats out there is well and truly able to cope with the conditions. But things happen. I'm not saying it's foolproof. I mean, you can have the best prepared boat, the best skipper in the world, all the rest of it, and you can still come unstuck. That's the nature of what the ocean is and what happens, and we all face that every day of the week. So it was a sad story with a good ending, and we're very grateful for everyone that was involved. Anyway, moving right along from that, if we just open this up a bit and we'll see what's going on, we'll look at the tail enders here. Another one down. Sorry, I forgot Jeremy yesterday as well. Last night late. I was lack of sleep, and so I completely forgot him. But I'll tell you about that in a minute. I think you all know what's going on. He's on his way again. So one more back. Okay, so as we projected yesterday, Guy's got a nice breeze, 3.4 knots. Again, I would have thought he'd be making better speed, so those barnacles really may be screwing him up. Same Arnaud, 4.6, that's not too bad. And here's the trick, as I'd mentioned, Robert Knox Johnson on Suhaili. It's not a daily position plot that pulls him forward. We did random positions when we did the plots for this tracking of Suhaili in the 2018 edition, and so he'll jump forward, and that's exactly what happens. And he's basically the benchmark for the gate in Hobart. If you get behind Sue Haley, you're certainly going to be challenged to get to Hobart in time, and both of them are now behind the ballpark, so a bit of an issue. At least we've got something that resembles a South Atlantic high. This is very traditional, and at least these guys are on the bottom side of that, which is great. They've got some good sailing breeze, and Ian Herbert Jones right now doing 4.9. I would say absolutely he's heading up into Cape Town, which is good to see. And I would let's just give you a rough ETA on the current. Come on, sometimes this doesn't link up. Come on, there's one. Can't get the other one. Come on. Nope. Bit of a glitch there. I'll try again. Boom, boom. Okay. I'm only getting one hit here. I've got to have two to make a measure. I'll try it one more time, then I'll give up and just give you an jeepers. What's going on here? Nope. Something's gone wrong. Okay, my toggle's not working, but by the look of it, he's going to be. I'm really guesswork now. Let's see. Okay, so where's 600 miles here? Each 10 degrees is 600 miles. There's 600 miles. Boom, 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 boom. 400. So probably 2.5 days away, something like that. 2 and a bit days. But we'll sort that out when we've got a proper toggle. As far as the weather goes here, if we move that forward a day, we'll just push that forward. Not too bad. Nord and Guy still got a breeze. That's okay. Ian Herbert Jones looking good, not strong breeze, but he'll keep going at his 5s, I'd say. Should be able to do that for one day. If he gets another full day as well, bring that forward. Boom. Oh, there's a bit of a hole, so that might slow him a bit. Could take 3 days. Anyway, the guys at the back, no problem. They got a great southerly, so they'll be moving, and it will go one more day. Plenty of wind there, and it'll help the guys at the back as well, and push Ian in. So they're on the move for the next 3 days, which is great. Coming back to today's weather, and we can still see Tapio there. That's interesting, and not forgetting Jeremy, of course. I'll pull this up. He spent quite a bit of time having a go at the barnacles. He seems to be quite happy, and he did it all himself. He had some friends calling in, sort of thing, but absolutely did his own deal. And he's now sneaking around the coast. So I'm wondering whether, because he knows all about the Agulhas current, and he's probably, it would have been perfectly legal for him to get some current weather information from teams on, beside him, or friends, and he would probably have been given the direct coordinates, latitude and longitude of the Agulhas current here. But I'm only see, and who knows what, he's probably might be thinking something like this: get a boost there, boom, boom. Pure speculation. But anyway, he's underway, and he is making 3.8 knots at the moment. Come back to the wind, and he's got a southerly, which is we'll just look at him here. Still going to have a southerly one day, and then there's going to be some light easterlies, so that will be interesting. He'll be coming down here, but anyway, happy to be underway again, and certainly well able to make the Hobart Gate, so no issue there for Jeremy. Okay, so Captain Goog on today's weather, he's doing 3.8 knots, got a great westerly wind there, and it's Kirsten's doing 8.4 knots. That's flying. She could be in a current there. I'll have a look in a minute. That's quite slick, 8.4 knots. Remembering it's a 4-hour average, 7.2 for Abolish as well. I'll just check that we put her time back. Yep, that's 4 o'clock. And yep, it's all 4 o'clock. So yeah, Kirsten's flying. Let's see if she's sitting in a big current. Oh yeah. Here we go. Yep, that's some of the answers there, because that's pretty fast. 8.4 knots, and you can see she's got a big breeze coming, a big current coming through, as well as a nice westerly breeze. So there's some record-breaking speed. Same with Abolish, she's getting another knot or so there, just to push him along. So that's pretty cool. Captain Goog for currents, not so good. There's a little bit of a head current there. That might be slowing him down a bit. Yeah, 3.8 knots, and he's on top of this eddy here. So he would actually have some head currents that he's going to get out of soon, but that might have knocked him around a little bit there. Okay, back to wind. And let's look at what's happening with Simon here, see where he is after that big blow there. Yeah, he's got picked up a bit, which is good. That's a good position to be in there. And let's just scroll this through to see what they're going to get a day from now. This is tomorrow. Yep, good following breezes. There's 35 knots and more there for everyone, for all of those. Even Goog's got a southerly that's a bit more moderate, and we'll push it through for another day. It's a day and a bit. There's a bit of a high forming here. That might be a blocking high for Kirsten and Abelish, and yet Simon will push away on that. So that's kind of interesting. Anyway, all very good. We look forward to seeing Elliot when he turns up, and we'll see you probably, I'm not sure when, maybe tomorrow night. Everything starts very early here in Malta at the Yacht Racing Forum, but I'll try and get one up tomorrow night again. Okay.